Recent international tax developments focuses on case law around the world that identifies important trends. And what we have spoken about in Cape Town are really two important themes. The first one is transfer pricing, and we have identified 3 cases which are the first transfer pricing cases in their countries. One in South Africa, one in Mauritius, and one in Ireland. And that tells you something about, firstly, the importance of the subject, and also the controversy that comes up even in developing countries that don't have a great deal of experience in the area. The other case that we have is a country where there is a considerable amount of experience in transfer pricing litigation, and that is Australia. That is an interesting jurisdiction, firstly because the courts don't follow the OECD transfer pricing guidelines, and also because it involves one of the areas where there is conflict at the moment, that is in relation to the transfer pricing of financial transactions. Our second theme is in relation to beneficial ownership. This was controversial a number of years ago, and then some people thought that the topic had become rather settled by the revised OECD transfer pricing guidelines. But the cases that we have identified indicates that this is still a very live topic. So we had 2 cases in common law jurisdictions in Canada and in the UK, and then we had 2 cases in civil law jurisdictions in Europe, one in Poland and the other in Belgium, all highlighting different approaches, although some common ideas as to what beneficial ownership means. One of the interesting things about that is that we had to be very selective about our cases, because there are a large number of cases in other jurisdictions as well considering the meaning of beneficial ownership in tax treaties. So this is clearly an area of continuing controversy. And thirdly, we looked at some other areas of interest, particularly in developing countries. So firstly, we looked at a case in the Colombian Supreme Administrative Court, which deals with the engagement of most favored nation provisions in treaties. And that is important because a large number of developing countries use them, and they seem to have ended up in court in a number of countries, and this is a perfect illustration of the kinds of issues of interpretation of those provisions that come up. We have a case from Argentina that deals with the existence of a permanent establishment in relation to services provided in the construction industry, and also a case that will concern a number of people who attended the conference, because it deals with the attribution of profits of a professional partnership, of a law firm, to an individual partner, and the relief from double taxation when the profits are earned in one country and the partner is resident in another country. So these have really given us a flavor of some of the important things that are going on in the courts in international tax at the moment.